And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Making the adjustment on the play. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Boy, coaches watch tape all week, and they get so excited. First play, let's make a statement. This offense tries to come out and throw it under the lights, all the excitement, and what do? They forget to protect their quarterback, and they give up a sack on the first play.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Here's a give to Durham. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
You know, I know that wasn't a big gainer, but that's going to set some stuff up later for this offense. Trying to run the football and get it established is huge because play-action pass is a big part of what they try to do when they're throwing the ball.
Third and long right here. To the air, it's Snyder. Got his man downfield. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
Let's talk for a minute about LSU. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
Looking to pick up a first down on third and short from the 43. Right at the line. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be fourth down and 1.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
We're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, fourth down, and it says run the ball and go for it. Even if you don't get it, your opponent's going to have to drive a ways. There's still a lot of football left to play. Hindsight's always 20/20, but that was an excellent decision by the head coach.
Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, we mentioned the number of players they lost, but you can only focus on the guys who are wearing your uniform. Can't worry about those who left, have to worry about those you have. But any concerns that you guys have about making moves like this?
I think excitement more than concerns, honestly. They got some key guys that had success.
Makes the grab in this space. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone. It'll be first down. kicks through the air come to the line. Handoff, Caden Durham. Shakes off the defender. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Sends it back in motion. Back to throw, it's Snyder. Out wide left, it's Durham. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Quick give. It's Sanford. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Back to pass on 2nd down. They're all over it. Left side is straight.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Pinned just inside their own 20. They need to convert on 3rd and short. Moving the pocket, it's Henderson. Unloads to the wideout. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Houston sends the punt team onto the field. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Holds on, it's Durham. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Guys, LSU has the lead here as we get a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. On play action. Going long. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. He got loose and it was lights out after that.
And that's exactly how you draw it up on offense, man. You run the football, you get those bodies committed, Jesse, and you use speed out wide with a little bit of play action.
A really nice job of setting it up by the play caller. You're right. And those linebackers and safeties, they want to come down and support the run, but a really nice throw, excellent route, and they're able to connect for a massive TD.
He'll bring it out. It's straight. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Looking downfield is Henderson. Still looking to his right. Sails one into the middle. Catch inside the 25. Finds a seam. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Cougars. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first two drives, and they're back to work now. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Great place to start for this offense. Wants to throw. It's Henderson. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Trying to make magic with his feet. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
RPO complete. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
And that last one might have helped the completion percentage, but it didn't go forward. 2nd and 10 here. The run inside. It's Sanford. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Cougars. Great job by the back on the option.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And he tacks on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Looking to pass, it's Snyder. Out wide left, it's Wilson. Oh, he's got some space. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, marking at the 47.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to him and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Gets rid of it. Out wide right, it's Wilson. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting the drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive.
And he's got it! Touchdown, LSU!
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Coming out with it, it's Drake. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. From the gun, the running back has it. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Sanford. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Looking to throw, it's Henderson. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. There he goes. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And the Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. That's reeled in, it's Guzman. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Tigers right after the huge play through the air back to the line. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
He's now up to 52 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. Running inside, it's Durham. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Here's a give to Durham. Got some room in under the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown LSU!
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. Fielded in the end zone, it's straight. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. When he brought it out of the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Now, the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Back to pass, it's Henderson. Left side, it's Martin. Breaks into the open. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. Timeout Houston, their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Fresh set of downs going up top. He'll pull it down. Quarterback gets past the marker. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Cougars are going to use their 3rd and final timeout here. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Look out! And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Trying to escape. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Flying down the right side. 10. Touchdown, Tigers. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
You know, the one thing that really worries head coaches coming into week one is ball security. You're worried about execution. This offense has done some good things early in this game, but you cannot put the ball on the ground because the defense will make you pay like they did right there, taking it all the way to the house.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To throw, it's Henderson. Moves to his right. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in week one. The first game we'll take a look at will be Duke, taking on the Rice Owls. And it's the Blue Devils looking to get the job done on the road. Right now it's early, but they lead this season opener. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Here comes the Houston offense once again. The corners are walked up tight. Starting this third quarter on the ground. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Gets open down the middle. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
The give to Caden Durham. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there. He now has 80 yards on the day, and the defense has been getting a steady diet of this dude on opening day.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Dropping back, it's Snyder. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that
up. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw one first. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. So they're fortunate to fall on that football, but it's still second and long. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Well, that's just an amazing individual effort, trying to get back as much yardage as possible to set up a third and manageable situation, right? Nice job in the open field, understanding the situation. You obviously cannot take a sack at this juncture on the drive, so do what you can do to put your offense in a good position here on third down.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Motion from the wideout. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Finds his man. It's Guzman. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Here's Durham one more time. Turning it on. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. He's now up to 104 yards rushing, and this offense wanted to establish the ground game, and man, have they started the season right in that regard. Looking downfield, it's Snyder. Somehow fits it into a host of defenders. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game tackled.
They've got him corralled. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. The give to Caden Durham. Dragged down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. They're still up by 21. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Looking for running room. They put the brakes on it.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Right side, it's Frederick. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Guys, LSU has the lead here. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Oh, pressure's coming. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Moves the pocket. It's Henderson. On target over the middle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. And the Cougars come to the line in the hurry-up. The lone back's got it. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Selling the fake. Rush is on.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. He'll set up to throw. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Watkins. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Dropping back, it's Snyder. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They'll run it. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. Extending the play. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got a man, it's Martin. He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one.
Well, if you're on defense, I mean, that's the way you want to get this quarterback running. He's right-handed, so get him to go to his left where you expect the accuracy to come way down. If they continue to do that, that's going to work in the defense's favor.
2nd down to the air. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Lets it fly. Out wide right, it's straight. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Timeout called by LSU. That's their 2nd. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Hand it to the back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Sets his feet. It's Henderson. Rush right in his face. And it's a sack.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today. He's been under pressure. He hasn't been in rhythm. He's thrown an interception. This has just not gone his way.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You can't...
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Got to make the play on 4th. He's brought down, couldn't find anybody and get rid of the football, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And, man, a lot of times it's hard to outrun that blitz, and they bring pressure. They push him outside of the pocket. Nice job covered him downfield. Nobody open. He can't find a place to go with the football, and this is exactly what you should do. Keep hunting. Keep chasing. They finally catch him. Get the big sack on 4th down.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting 1st down, so you have to be able to run it.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. He's changing the play. Caden Durham again. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Wide receiver going in motion. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Gonna take a shot. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field.
And the offense comes up short on 3rd down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on 4th down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. To the air, it's Henderson. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back's got it on the screen. Brought down at the 20. It's a 1st down as this offense tries to get something going from deep in its own territory.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. Here comes the heat. Taken down. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
To the air. It's Snyder. Hauls it in. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided.
And they're in for a touchdown late in this game. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Nice grab to get that squib kick inside the 10. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0.